Hello, Mr. Salvati. My name is Harkaran Gill, and today I'm going to talk about the novel The Wars. The character in this novel can relate to a lot to Sigmund Freud's psychoanalytical theory. This theory focuses on the conscious, pre-conscious, unconscious mind. War is a very common topic amongst many writers and poets, which the audience enjoys reading because the authors always find a way to make it seem realistic since it reflects back to history. Many authors write about war, whether it is a novel or a poem. They find a way to make the message clear. Timothy Finlay is a Canadian who has written many great pieces about life and war. However, one in particular is the novel The Wars. Clark Erwin first published the Governor General's award-winning novel The Wars in 1977. It is a great literature about war and also romance, but it also examines how people overcome the traumas of social and family life. In this novel, there's a 19-year-old boy, Robert Ross, a Canadian officer in World War One. He tries to escape both his sorrow over his sister's death and social norms of domineering Victorian upper-class society by enlisting in the Great War. Finlay reflects on the war in this novel and allows readers to know the soldier who struggles with insanity do not indicate a sign of weakness, rather illustrating the impact of their experiences. War is an event that can touch an individual so painfully that they are not to be censured for what they are obligated to tolerate. A person's character is based on experience which they make them who they are. Therefore, in The Wars, written by Timothy Finlay, the protagonist, Robert Ross, is mentally challenged throughout the book because of his mental struggle that he is facing due to the loss of his sister during his childhood, which leads to him getting weaker mentally. In this novel, Robert struggles to make right decisions for himself. His knowledge on the situation is one of the sources from where he can make his final decision. This is his conscience. The conscience refers to the voice inside his mind that will tell him what is right or wrong. The only way his conscience will tell him to make the right decision is if his mind is not in a position where he is suffering from grief, and in this case he is, since he lost his sister. Sigmund Freud, who was the founder of psychoanalysis, shows that the gratification of insects is happiness. But when the outer world let us starve, refuses us satisfaction of our needs, they become the cause of very great suffering. So the hope is born that by influencing these impulses one may escape some measure of suffering. Robert does not have the strength and joy in his life anymore, so he needs a way out of this suffering, which is why he joins the army. This allows the main character to overcome one obstacle in this, but it also gives him a new obstacle he must overcome. Finlay has done an amazing job by relating the main character to realistic situations and ideas so that the novel is interesting.